and we're not doing this podcast on Friday because on Friday we're going to IFEMA. That I think it's going to be very interesting because we're going to learn. I think that we're going to learn a lot of things about our future studies and all those things. So today we're starting with Arribas and Dongan. With hello Arribas.
Hello.
They're going to tell us some random facts.
We will be talking about 8 random facts you didn't know until now. Number 1. The most visited city in the world is Bangkok, Thailand. At least receives 23 million visitors annually, and for 4 consecutive years has received more people than cities like London, New York or Paris. Number 2. The Facebook logo is blue because its creator is colorblind. Number 3. If you lose your pinky finger, say goodbye to 50% of your arm strength. And number 4. You wake up taller and go to bed shorter. This is due to 2 factors: gravity and body composition. It was scientifically proven that a person is between 1 and 2 centimeters taller in the morning, thanks to the expansion of the intervertebral discs. But once the day progresses, the body shrinks between 1 and 2.5 centimeters depending on situations such as your height, your age, your gender, or even your body weight.
Very interesting, Dom. Let's continue with number 5. Miguel de Cervantes and William Shakespeare, considered the best writers in their respective language, died on the same day, the April 2023. Number 6. A mosquito has 47 teeth, or sharp edges on his proboscis,
Of the
which is
intervertebral
his sucking organ,
discs.
that help
But
them
once
penetrate
the
the
day
skin on our bodies. Number 7. The elephants are the only animal that cannot jump. And number 8. There are many more trees on Earth than there are stars in our galaxy. NASA believes that there could be between 100 billion and 400 billion stars in our galaxy, while the Earth has more than 3 trillion trees. And that's all for now. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Well, that was really awesome. I really enjoyed those facts. Also, now with the question of the day, we'll see. The question of the day today is, what were you dressed in Carnival as? For example, myself, I didn't dress as anything. You know, I'm kind of a boring guy. I'm joking. What did you dress up like, Alvaro?
I think that we all dressed. There were a lot of people on our class that dressed like kinkies. That is more like.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Chavs, I think you mean.
Yeah, I said the word.
To
in
explain
Spanish.
it to an English-speaking audience,
Oh,
that
wait,
would be
forgot.
chavs.
I did dress like that.
Yeah. Indeed, you were the best one. You were basically the. How do you say?
Chavs.
The best chap. You were like
Is it,
the hat of
that is good?
Adidas.
It's good or bad? I don't know.
The chaviest, yes?
It's good. You also had a like little cocaine. Well, it wasn't cocaine.
It was fake.
It was flour?
Obviously, kids don't do drugs. That's horrible.
Okay, so now we're going with some ads, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching Monsters Inc? Do you want an Emma Watson, Scarlett Johansson in your life? Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home? Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students. With this app, you will find your own Kate Beckett. Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life.
Tired of leaving school and having to take the bus? Do not suffer anymore. Now, with our premium limousine service, you can go home comfortably, and the best thing is that you will not have to share a seat with anyone. Before, at 50 euros a month, now only at 49,99. Do not miss this incredible offer. Call now and get your premium limousine service. Psst. Hey you. Yes, you. The one who's hearing this. Is your backpack too heavy? Your back hurts, you have bad posture, and you also feel like you get smaller every time you carry it? Say goodbye to all these problems with our new robot, the multifunctional charger. It has a platform that will carry your backpack without you noticing. It also comes with a built-in system that will straighten your back in 3 weeks of continuous use. Request it right now for only 120 euros. And if you are one of the first 5 to call, we will send you the 300-page manual with all its functions at half of price. Do not miss out on this unique offer.
So welcome back to Bali FM. Now we'll hear an interview to some kids girls in this case, of 4th of ESO, from Natalia and Ivana. So hello Ivana, how are you doing?
Hi.
It's the first time we have you here on the program. How are you feeling?
Good.
Good, okay. So I hope you enjoy it and
Hi, we are Ivana and Natalia, and today we are going to interview some students of Fourth of ESO. Hi! Today we will talk about their decisions of the future.
Has Fourth of ESO felt like a hard grade?
Yes. Well, I don't know.
More or less.
I don't know.
Yes, because in third of ESO we were at home and it has been a big change.
Have you chosen already the type of baccalaureate that you are going to do next year?
Yes, Lucia and I have chosen the biosanitary.
And Alicia, Irene and I, we choose social science.
Why did you choose that one?
Because the degree we want to do has to be with social science.
And we have chosen the biosanitary, but in my case, because I want to be a nurse.
Are you going to stay in the school or are you going to leave?
I'm gonna go because it's more cheap and more near to my house. Alicia and I decided to stay in the school because we were here since we were little and we want to continue.
And I still don't know.
Have you felt like the school has helped you when choosing what to do next year?
Yes, the school help us with different methods like speaks, tests, and trips.
I don't think so because the talks were online and the talks were online and I don't understood anything.
Do you know what career are you going to study in the future?
I don't know, there's a lot of time until I decide.
Yes, law and criminology.
I want to do a double degree of business administration and law.
I still don't know, but I am sure that it's going to be a degree related to science.
I want to study nurse.
What do you think about having to choose all your future at this age?
I really don't mind, but I know that there is some people that didn't decide this decision during this period, as is the case of Irene.
I don't think it's a good idea because I don't want to take a decision right now that is going to affect the rest of my life.
Are you worried about the vow?
A lot, because the mark you get allows you to enter in a university or not.
No, because it's too far away.
Yes.
Yes, because if you don't study now, it will be bad for the future because but a year is very important for the vow too because the 16% of the mark.
Okay, that was all for today. Thank you very much for having us.
Bye.
Bye.
And we will talk the next week with another interview.
Alright, so thank you for that
Hi,
interview.
we are Ivana and
I really
Natalia.
enjoyed it. And now we'll be back in a few seconds because we're having so much.
Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching Monsters Inc? Do you want an Emma Watson, Scarlett Johansson in your life? Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home? Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students. With this app, you will find your own Kate Beckett. Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life. Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching The Kissing Booth? Do you want a Marco Diaz or Adriana Gresti in your life? Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home?
Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students.
With this app, you will find your own Noah Flynn. Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life.
Tired of not getting gains at the gym?
Are you tired of not getting any chicks?
Are you tired of being fat and ugly? Become only ugly.
With our new Matcha Whey Protein, you will become the Arnold Schwarzenegger of your neighborhood gym.
Matcha Whey Protein is not only really healthy and helps you to supplement your diet, but it also has the magic that you need to get big.
Matcha Whey Protein, available at your local store.
Eat big and get big.
Matcha Whey Protein.
Tired of leaving school and having to take the bus? Do not suffer anymore. Now, with our premium limousine service, you can go home comfortably, and the best thing is that you will not have to share a seat with anyone. Before, at 50 euros a month, now only at 49,99. Do not miss this incredible offer. Call now and get your premium limousine service.
Alright, so welcome back. Now we'll be having a debate speech about football, in specifically champions, with Bonjo, Juan, Mason, Andres. Hello.
Hi. Bonjo is not here
Well,
today.
Bonjo's not here. Ah, sorry.
Yeah,
So
Bonjo's not here.
Bonjo's not here, but we'll be having this debate with Juan, Mason, Andres.
Okay, so welcome back to our section. We're gonna talk about Hello, welcome back to our section. We're going to talk about the Europa League games and the Champions League games that have been played this past week. And first of all, we're going to start with the Europa League. Barcelona, which is a Spanish team, has won 4-1 against Napolis. Maestro, what do you think that you're a Barca fan of that game?
Well, I think Barca is recovering from the start of the season, but they still need to improve a bit in defense. But in general aspects, they played nice.
I think the same. What do you think, Juan, about Barca?
I think it's the best Barca we've seen throughout the season, and they're playing very well. They've scored 4 goals in the last 3 matches, in all of them, so I think it's working for them.
Now we continue with the good news, as Betis has won against Zenit, so they're going to go into this next leg. The same happens with Sevilla, but the bad news is that Real Sociedad has been eliminated. But I mean, we still have three Spanish teams on the Europa League, so I think we can be happy. And then we're gonna go with the Champions League. So Maestro, if you want, you can start talking about the game.
Yes, I'm going to start with Chelsea Lille, which ended 2-0 for Chelsea. It was an easy game for the English team, the last winners of Champions of last year. And I think Lille had a little possibility to pass, and Chelsea will win the return visit. Then we got the Benfica Ajax, which ended 2-2. It was a balanced game, and I want to say also that the player Jader, is the only player in history who has scored in all Champions League matches. So let's see if he continues with that.
Yeah, now with the other Spanish team, Villarreal, who played against Juventus, and I've actually got family in Villarreal. They were watching the game, and for them it's really exciting because it's a town of 50,000 people living there, so it's a very small, and they are on the Champions League. Also highlight the David of Blauwich, who scored in the first minute, in the first 30 seconds, and from that goal, Juventus tried to secure the win. They even put another defender and played with five defenders, and Villarreal ended up scoring 1-1, and let's see what happens in the second leg.
Okay, and then last but not least, we're going to talk about the game between Atletico de Madrid and Manchester United with a special guest, which is Tojin, which is a Manchester United fan. So Tojin, what do you think about the game?
I think it's a good game. I think they're not very good at the moment. Atletico Madrid or Manchester United. So they kind of even themselves out.
Will you make any changes for the second leg game?
Yeah, I'd start Alanga.
Alanga?
Yeah,
I would think the same,
definitely.
because he's in really good form. I think that for Manchester United they have a really good position because with a tie here in Wanda, which is a really tough stadium, and then playing back home with all the fans in Old Trafford, I think that they have the possibility to pass. Also, they've got Cristiano Ronaldo, which of course
and Pogba as well.
He always pops up whenever the team needs it.
Yeah.
So
You said also, you started saying that it was a good game, but I think it was more a good result for Manchester United.
Good result, yeah. I agree with that.
I think it was a balanced game, but Atletico should look more on United attack because it has what you said, Cristiano Ronaldo and Elanga, the young player, who can make a lot of hard to Atletico in defense. So let's see in the return how it ends.
I think that we're seeing a very vulnerable Atletico de Madrid, probably the most in the Simeone era, who was always characterized because of their defense, a 1-0 and that was the end of the result.
But I don't know what you think about the game, but for example in the game against your team, they didn't play that bad. I think that it was a really good game. Also Fernando, he was really good on the left back, which is a surprise for everybody as he hasn't made anything.
He played well also then.
But what do you think about Oblak, the comparisons between Oblak and De Gea? Because for me Oblak is in a really bad level now, and De Gea I think that is top level.
Yeah, I think De Gea is looking better because United aren't looking so good, so they're getting attacked a lot. But Oblak has gone down. We say gone downhill. But De Gea right now is one of the best players in Manchester United.
In order to finish, what is your result? So what do you think?
Or prediction?
Prediction for the game.
I'd say United will win 2-1.
2-1. Right. Okay, so thank you very much. That was it.
Well. That was nice. Now we'll have our book sections as usually with Paula and Natalia, but after a few ads.
Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching The Kissing Booth? Do you want a Marco Diaz or Adriana Greste in your life? Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home?
Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students.
With this app, you will find your own Noah Flynn. Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life.
Are you tired of watching Netflix alone?
Are you tired of studying and forgetting everything the day after the exam and you are too lazy to make your own cheat notes?
We present you the Tunnetator, a web page that we put at your disposal where you can create your own cheat notes and where you can also find other people's cheat notes.
Just have to copy the text you want to include in your cheat note and select the size of the cheat note. You can select Typex model, water bottle model, or just a small piece of paper. Tunnetator, don't study anymore.
Are you tired of trance music? Do you want to escape of reality for a few minutes? Just listen to Nothing Good's band new single, Nerd, which will be released the next month in Spotify and YouTube. Its components are former students of this school who created the group in 2018. The last year they released 2 singles, Wilco and Late Night Club, and also gave several concerts. Don't forget to listen to this single when it's released, because Nothing Good is the band of the moment.
Have you ever dreamed of being able to know what someone is thinking? Imagine knowing everything that people think of you without them really knowing that you read their thoughts. Here at Valley FM, we bring you an app called Did You Know That? Download it now.
Are you struggling to pass that stupid subject? Do you need some help with the next exam?
We have the best cheat notes of Funcionaro. We cover everything from MES exams to bachiller exams.
Buy 2 and receive a free German cheat note. Brutal cheat notes. Simply brutal.
Es la leche.
Valley FM. Everything the light touches is the valley. Valley.
So what do you have for us today, Paula, Natalia?
Hi, so today we are going to finish with our book section with the classics of science fiction.
Nice.
So, first of all, we want to talk about Divergent, published in 2011. It was written by Veronica Roth, and it tells the story of a girl, Tris, that lives in a society which is separated in 5 factions. which are called abnegation, truth, erudition, audacity, and cordiality. At the age of 16, you have to choose your faction, basing the decision on a test that values your virtues and strengths. But when Tris takes the test, the results are not normal, so she will have to hide it from the rest of the society. It has 3 parts, but I think that the best one is the first one. It also has romance, adventure, and I think it's a must when reading dystopian novels.
Yes, I think it's a really great book, the first one, because it starts the story and everything that the main character has to go through, because we don't know how this world works, so it's really interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so our second book is The Hunger Games, which was published in 2008 and written by Susan Collins. It tells the story of a girl called Katniss that has to offer as a tribute for the Hunger Games. The games are organized by the government of Panem in the capital. This nation is divided into 12 districts, from which a boy and a girl between the ages of 12 and 18 are selected randomly, being a total of 24 people to compete. In these games, the participants must fight between them in order to survive, as only one can be the winner. The series shows how the 74th Hunger Games lead to the rise of the districts against the capital that had been using the games to punish the districts after their rebellion. And did you know that in 2020 a new book called The Ballad of the Songbirds and the Snakes was published?
Yeah, I knew, but I don't know what it's about.
Well, it tells the story of the President Snow, who was the president during the original saga, and when he was a child, and he was the mentor of one of the participants, which was a girl from the 12th district during the 10th annual games.
Sounds good. Did you like this saga?
Yes, I really liked it, and I think this new book is really good because we didn't know how the
background story,
Snow,
no?
Yes.
Doesn't both books have like a film?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, every book that we are going to mention today has a cinematic adaptation.
But is there any difference between the book and the film?
Of course, it's a difference.
But a lot?
Yes.
You know more of how the main character, of how Katniss is feeling at the moment, because in the films, you know what happens, but you don't really know how she feels.
The books are
so you understand
more
it
detailed
better.
and you can understand the characters better. Yeah. So the next book that we want to talk about is The Maze Runner, that was published in 2014. It is written by James Dashner, and the story takes place in a dystopian world. It tells the story of a teenager, Thomas, who wakes up without any memories one day in the middle of a field, surrounded by stone walls that open once a day. There, he meets a group of boys who have experienced the same situation. But one day, a girl appears in the field, something that will change their lives forever. This saga is composed by 4 books. It has also a cinematographic adaptation, and in my opinion, is one of the best sagas of this site that I have ever read.
Yes, I think it's a really great saga. The book I think I like the most is the first one.
Yeah, me too.
Because it, as always in the books, when you start a saga, when you learn about a new world, it's really like enjoyable and interesting.
Yeah.
You have fun.
And I also think that this book is really good for every type of person, every type of whatever your taste is. I think that you will like that book.
Yes. So we will end by talking about Dune, that was published in 1965 and written by Frank Herbert. And although this book contains fantasy elements, the story takes place in a futuristic universe with spaceships and an intricate government fighting for power. So that is the science fiction part. That's why we added this to the list. So this saga tells the story of the main character that takes place in Arrakis, also known as Dune, a world full of very coveted substance called the spice. In this planet, Paul, the main character, is believed to be their savior. and these two things will cause a war in which he will have to take part. There is a total of 21 books, but if you if you just want to read the main story, you can only read the first book.
That's what I did this year.
Yeah, me too.
Earlier this year I read it because I wanted to see the film, and
Yeah.
This year
it's
the
not
film
bad.
came out.
It's
Well,
better
then
than
I
I
read the
thought. The film was really good actually.
I really
For an
liked
adaptation,
it.
I really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
me too.
The book I didn't expect to be as good as it was, because I was thinking, well, this will be just science
Yeah.
fiction, and I'm not really a fan of science fiction. But it turns out, scientifically speaking, I have researched a little, and he's very accurate in the descriptions he makes as to how he would create a new world and how to terraform it, if you know what that is, which is to make a planet. Yeah, to shape a planet into a livable habitat, exactly.
Yeah, so I would like to mention about this book that I really had no expectations when I started it, and it turned out like one of my favorites of this genre.
And I think the actors of the film adaptation are really good, so it's really
The casting is
enjoyable.
amazing.
It's really good.
Yeah, and to end with this section, we would like to give you some recommendations.
Okay, we will start with Ender's Game, written in 1985. In this book, the Earth is in a war with against a type of aliens called insectors. The main character, Ender, an American boy who is a prodigy, is recruited to fight the aliens. Very interesting plot, and the best part is the plot twist at the end, something that you would never imagine.
Yeah, I've seen the movie, and the movie is amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah, but I didn't like how it ended because you.
Yeah, it was too quick.
You went with a feeling like, what is going to happen? I don't know.
No, I
really
like
want to know.
that.
The film?
Yes.
Nah, the end was like.
The film was good,
I
but
like
the end
open
leaves
ends.
you. Yeah, but
I don't know. I like it. So our next recommendation is The Fifth Wave, published in 2016. It starts when an alien spaceship appears in the sky, and 4 waves of devastation follow one another, ending with the society that we know. When the survivors start being evacuated, Cassie, our main character, will be forced to separate from her family, so she will have to face a lot of challenge in order to reunite with them again. It has a great plot, also has an amazing plot twist,
yeah, I think that is
and
good.
I really like the romantic plot also.
Yeah.
So
we will end with one last. We will end with one last recommendation, which is Ready Player One that we talked about on last program, and it was published in 2018 and talks about a future society in which people spend most of their time connected to an online universe called Oasis, and the creator launches a posthumous challenge to its players in which their prize is total control of the platform. Percival, the main character, will try to win. It is probably the least known of all the ones we have mentioned, but it's really great. It's a really good book.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really enjoyed your section. Also, Esteban, I have a question for you. Did you enjoy your Clash Royale game?
Well, yeah.
Did you end it? Because you weren't listening, and it was amazing.
No. The thing is that for the ones that are hearing that they're not able to see me, during the ads I started a Clash Royale game, and Natalia and Revolt started talking, but I couldn't leave the match without winning the tournament. So
Excuses.
I decided winning. No, but indeed I listened while I was playing. I'm a multitask man, and I really enjoyed the Divergent. How is it called? Divergent.
Yes.
Well, I saw the movie and I think it's amazing.
I have another question for you. Can I put my balls in your job? I'm playing with you. You can go on.
I hope. No. So Revolte, I have another question for you. Is that an ebook or what is that?
Yeah, it's a Kindle.
I'm telling you that because I didn't know what was that, and for a moment I thought that was an iPad, and I said, hey, play with me, Clash Royale. So now we will be having some random news with Miñana, Bella, Luján, Joaquín, and Javi.
Okay, hi everyone. Today is Wednesday, 2 of March, and we will bring you the best news. On one hand, the PP increases in continuous, and Casado vindicates his works and expresses his loyalty and support for Feijóo. In addition, Ayuso has asked to expel from the PP those who have tried to destroy it. On the other hand, the European Union has announced sanctions against Russia due to the war that is taking place in Ukraine. This conflict has not had the response that Putin expected, so he has mobilized military vehicles that carry out the total conquest. In an image revealed by the World newspaper, a 60 kilometers long queue of military vehicles has been seen.
Okay, so continue with this conflict. Russia have asked all the population that lives outside of Russia to go back. And due to this, due to the war, the price of petrol and gas has increased. Ukraine is resisting the military forces of Russia, and there is a myth that an Ukrainian airman has defeated 6 fighters of the Russian forces, but at the moment there is nothing that proves that can verify this event. The European Union is going to finance for the first time in the history the purchase and delivery of weapons to attack a country, and it's up to 500 million euros for equipment and another $50 million for non-lethal equipment, such as fuel or communication devices. So today a taboo is broken that the European Union doesn't provide support to countries that are in war. An Ukrainian embassy in the UK has called on Western nations to apply 10 urgent economic sanctions to Russia, and including Moscow from the SWIFT system and Visa and MasterCard payment mechanisms. But the Western powers still do not have a common position.
Recently, Germany is sending 1,000 weapons and 500 missiles to Ukraine to help defend themselves from the attacks of Russia, which is a historical exception to its ban on exporting national weapons to conflict zones, and openly considering the selective suspension of Russia from the SWIFT financial system one of the most devastating economic sanctions. The Netherlands has also made public the shipment of a third military shipment to Ukraine. These are 50 anti-tank weapons with 400 missiles and 200 Stinger anti-aircraft missile kits, as reported by the Dutch ministry.
Okay, and now I'm going to talk about a new scientific discovery that will help a lot of people in the future, probably. And it's because the Switch researchers have enabled three paraplegic patients to stand and walk again using a new nerve stimulation device that's controlled by a touchscreen table. The device, revealed this week, uses electronic implants and artificial intelligence software to help paraplegic patients gain back their autonomy. And researchers have found it works well on those with even complete paralysis. The findings, published in the journal Nature Medicine, found that this particular electrode system works faster than other previous attempts at electrical stimulation of the spinal cord. Improvement was seen within just 1 day of treatment and continued in the days and months to follow. The 3 trial patients, all men between the ages of 29 and 41, were injured in motorcycle accidents. All 3 were able to use the device on themselves with the help of touchscreen table, and within 6 months regained their ability to not only walk but also participate in more advanced activities like swimming and cycling.
So moving on from technological news, we go to more stupid news. These last days in Tennessee, which is a landlocked state located in the southern United States, there has been rumors of a priest burning books, being more precisely from the sagas of Harry Potter and Twilight. So that got our interest here in Valley FM, and we found out that it was not a priest, the one burning them, promoting the burn of these kind of books, but a shepherd. The name of this shepherd is Greg Locke. He claimed that these kinds of books, precisely Harry Potter and Twilight, were satanic, and in the name of the Bible, he would burn them. We also found that this shepherd also had trouble on Twitter for misinforming about vaccines. So that led us to think that it is normal to burn books even if they are not damaging anyone, like just saying that they're stupid or something, or is it, or it can damage the reputation of the book and at the same time damage the views of the author on these kinds of on the ideas that the books want to transmit.
Thank you. That was pretty interesting. We will come back in a few seconds, but first we should talk a little bit serious about a thing, and is that I want to say that I'm really scared about the Ukraine thing and the war, and I think that we should all try to help as we can and be concerned about it. And I really want to say that I'm really sorry about what is happening to Ukrainian people, and I really hope you do it your best and you don't have any kind of problem or trouble with any kind of parent or friend or anybody of your life.